Yay Networks.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Real Talk Kim podcast. Man, I hope you have enjoyed these last couple of podcasts. We celebrated Mother's Day, and then we talked about people that are assigned to you versus people that are attached to you, comrades, and constituents. And we really dug in deep. And today we're going to talk about business etiquette. Maybe we can answer a question of why your business isn't taking off, why you can't get traction. We are just finishing the business boot camp. So we got a whole lot of people out here that are excited about business and all that other stuff. We're going to just kind of skirt around because you're a great businessman. But before we do, I would love for you to do us a favor. And wherever you're watching this podcast from, I want you to please share it. Share it on your news feeds. Share it with a friend and go get your notepad so that you can write down all the information that we're going to be giving you. And also subscribe right where you're watching this from on whatever platform it is. They got a button that will let you subscribe. And when you subscribe, you are literally going to be notified whenever I go live or we put up a new podcast. And it just looks good. All right. So that's what you can do for us today. And you can also make sure that you leave us some reviews, some good reviews.
All good.
All good. This is a season of doing unto others as you wish they were done to you. Amen. And also, y'all, if you are ever in the Atlanta area, I'm so privileged to pastor, I think it's the greatest church on the planet, and it's called Limitless Church, 1653 Highway 85 South, Fayetteville, Georgia, 30215, and it's across from Whitewater High School. And man, we got the best men's department, men's ministry, women's ministry. We got kids ministry. We are in the process of getting youth ministry going. We got a great media squad, a worship squad. We got the greatest dream team. And you can also join our global community every Sunday right here or wherever you watch our, whether it's limitlesschurch.live, which is our website, or on my YouTube channel. We come on at 10 and 11:30 every Sunday.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
You got a great first man.
I got a good first man. I love you, first man.
You got it good. Hey, and we got the best pastor, RTK.
Oh, thank you,
Real Talk
baby.
Kim on the planet.
Thank you, baby.
So y'all get in the building.
It's really awesome.
Yes.
It is incredible. And so if you're in Atlanta, we welcome you, whether it's via live stream or it is in the building. We welcome you across from Whitewater High School. It's because, y'all, the first time he came to our church, he said he felt like he was driving forever.
Yeah, my navigation would say, turn around is too far.
I'm so glad you did.
But I kept going. And so I'm like, man, once I got there, I passed by a lot of churches. And once I got there, I saw the police was directing traffic to bring me in. And wow. And so,
I'm really proud, man. I'm so proud of us. So proud of Limitless. I'm so proud of the RTK Inner Circle, which is my mentorship program. I'm so proud of my masterminds, which is my one-on-one coaching. I'm just thankful that God trusts me at 51 years old to get to be a part of such amazing people all over the world and in my community. And so that's a great segue because that's what we're talking about today. Can God trust you? Can God trust you with what you're praying for? Can God trust you to let go of what they did to you so that you can move on into a greater dimension with Him because you let go of a season because it had ran its course? And so y'all go get your popcorn, whatever you want to do. Share this with somebody because I'm telling you, we're about to give you some nuggets. Maybe open your eyes. God never puts a desire on the inside of you without having the wherewithal already in you to see it birthed. He never, ever will put a desire in your belly for a spouse, for a business, ever without giving you the wherewithal, the business, the clients to help sustain it. And that's the same way, and that's the same thing in everything in life. That's the way it goes. If you would stop being stuck because you ain't a tree and you would allow yourself to grow. And so that's what we're going to talk about this episode. We will be right back after this break. Yo,
put the drum roll. Put some
welcome back. Welcome back. Listen, we are excited about this. He's over here saying this was going to be lit. This is right up his alley. We're both business people. We both own companies. We both have been successful. We both have great credit. We both have strengths in our own rights. And so we're going to talk about that today. I want to title this, Can God Trust You? ... with what you're praying for. Is that not deep?
Man, that is real deep.
Can God trust you?
He can. He always trusting me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's because you got great integrity.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I got to do what's right. You know, a lot of time we can't do what's right because we worrying about ourselves. And what that means is I am charging this person so much money just to say, tailor my suit. You know, you didn't go to China and make the suit. You ordered the suit, So doing what's right is basically I can bring more customers to my establishment, So why are them charging this $4,000 when I don't even have my name in this suit,
I think that's where God really blessed us because we got good character. Like basically what you're saying is that you're over here putting the cart in front. What's that saying? Putting the cart in front of the horse.
Putting the horse in front of it.
Yeah. And so God's over here trying to give you customers, and you are trying to get all your money up front instead of allowing yourself to be thankful for those customers and giving them the best and not charging them arm and leg. I've always been like that.
So they're trying to get their rent money. That's what it is.
And you're not building a business.
You're not doing that. Yeah.
Like, y'all, especially in this generation.
You're trying to get that Bentley money.
Yeah.
To pay that Bentley.
Yeah. You want to be.
Is it ready are you ready for the Bentley or are you ready for a business?
Yeah.
So which one come first?
Yeah.
Are you ready for a mega church? Or are you ready to get the Rolls Royce?
Yeah.
So which come first?
Yeah.
Yeah. Not saying that God said you can't have both, but you got to start.
You got to work it.
Yeah, you got to start somewhere.
My daddy always taught me that. He was like, Kimberly, the greatest advertisement is people.
Right.
And if you want to have a long journey in this world called life and business, then you've got to show up even when it's not what you want. Like I am the queen of, I make like even my pricing, like even my RTK Inner Circle, I did it at $20 and I am very hands-on with the RTK Inner Circle. And the reason I even put a price on it is because if you don't invest, you don't show up. And then I've got also a major ticket one, which is the masterminds. But I know for a fact, Angelo, what I'm delivering will turn your life around if you listen. And so I only can be confident with that because I, for years, got my name out there when I didn't make nothing. I was just like, I'm not going to rob Peter to pay Paul. I'm not going to go out there and say $4,000 for me to produce a reel and 3 slides for you.
Right.
No, I want to get in the door and make myself indispensable and do my customers right, whether it's coaching or the clothes that I'm designing, whatever it is. And that way they keep coming back for me for more and more.
So that's what you mean. They don't have your sauce. You can give them the blueprint, but they don't have your sauce.
Well, they don't have my sauce if they don't get their confident. I mean, their integrity right.
Right.
Like, you don't know how many people, if I mention somebody, Angelo, on a live,
right.
which I do every prayer call,
right.
I'm like, especially on Thursdays or Fridays, right. I'm like, drop your business in the news feed.
Right.
But if you get customers, right, and you don't follow through with them, and you are horrible, then God can get your name in the door, but your integrity is going to keep you there. Right.
And, and then like you say, you have mastermind classes, boot camp. And then, we have a lot of people that say, well, if Kim can do it, she was in special ed or something like that. They figure like, gosh, I guess I can do all that too myself. And then they either call you and they try to figure it out. So then it's so much that people have watered down what I call a product. You're watering down the product because you're not the one to receive that. So it's basically, some of them may need, when they calling you, they may need to get in your mastermind.
Yeah.
Because you can't be a master unless you basically in a mastermind. I mean, you just like a grasshopper. You jump around somewhere else. But you need to probably get into a great coach. And that's the only way. So trying to figure that out just because somebody else doing that. So you need to get into a class first. You have to go from high school to college. I mean, you don't just go from high school and say, I'm going to be a principal.
Yeah.
Because most principals have a PhD.
Me and you talk about this all the time. Your daddy owned a store and you learned how to run that whole store. You learned how to buy the product. You learned how to pay the bills.
Right.
You have always been a numbers man. You read every email that ever comes through. You are very precise and intentional. And so you have crafted that. And I've watched you since we've been in relationship for a year and a half, just about. I've watched you take people under your wing. Everywhere, every single place we go, you make friends. Right. You literally got people that'll call you, and I watch you pour into people. And because you're more methodical, you think things through. A lot of times people don't want to take time to allow themselves to gather information so that when they come out of the gates, they are ready.
Right.
And I've watched you let go of them. I've literally watched you like, you ain't listening to a word I'm saying. And so now I'm taking my hands out. You can't call me and ask me another question because you ain't done what I told you to do before. And me, I literally, how many years, I still to this day, Angelo, I will always put myself in rooms with people that are already doing what I want to do.
Right.
It ain't in church. It ain't a lot of times in church.
Right.
I'm learning from the world. I'm learning from business, Tony Robbins. I'm learning from Grant Cardone. I'm learning from John Maxwell. I'm putting myself in rooms where they can tell me, because their fruit is showing me that they know what they're talking about.
Right.
And y'all, you can get hands laid on you all day long. You can go to church and do the 5-step all day long. Right. But at the end of the day, you got to get your character, you got to be likable. And you got to allow yourself to prepare for where you're going so that you don't fall when God opens the door. You got to invest in your website. You need to invest in, I'm giving these tips out to everybody every day. Yeah. Tips on how to write your book. I'm giving you, I got an ebook right now ready to go for that. I literally every day am giving out people I know that can help them. But how many of them don't follow through because they want somebody else to do all the work and because they're entitled?
Absolutely. And maybe that's something that they're looking at on social media and figure just because they're on social media, they probably getting certain business, but it's not really, you're not making your business presentable to everyone, and eventually we got to start, we use what we have, but once we already making a sacrifice and, open up a business bank account, first of all. And there's certain things that you require to open up a business bank account. Your EIN number, you want to register with the state that you reside in, whether we're here at the state of Georgia, So you have to go into a certain step. If you take the steps the right way, you don't have to say, well, I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But just going on to Facebook, whether you going on Facebook Market, whatever you sell from there, but you're still going to be at a certain place. I mean, having, and then, sometime sit down with a CPA. This is what the business banker for. Sit down with your business banker. See what's out there. What type of program? What kind of startup business?
Mm-hmm.
So, but doing business the right way, business etiquette. You just giving me your business card don't have an email on there, don't have a website on there. So we kind of got to get to the basic, how much it costs for a website.
Man.
A couple $100.
Babe, we will go spend all this money on an event that we're going to, on our hair, makeup, pictures to put on Instagram, but we ain't got no website.
Yeah.
We ain't got no, nothing. We don't have an Instagram. You would not believe the people I know that have phenomenal products, but they don't get on social media.
Right.
Like, you got to sometimes do some things that you don't want to do in order for people to find you.
I mean, you have a great community out there, and you have some great friends that do business, from Stormy Wellington to Miss Skittles and stuff. These women are powerhouses out here.
Jane, Virgin Hair Fantasies. Yeah.
They're power. And sometimes, I mean, if you're following these people, you see how hard they work, but they started the groundwork.
And their hustle is holy. Like, I watch them every single day. They are plastering on Tanya Michelle, plastering their businesses all day. Shout out to Claritin for supporting this episode and providing us with samples. I've always struggled with allergies where my eyes would get just dry, even under the skin, under the eye, around my scalp. I would just get dry with allergies, and it affected my life greatly. But luckily for us, all of us who live with symptoms of allergies, we can live Claritin Clear with Claritin D. It's designed for serious allergy sufferers. Claritin D has 2 powerful ingredients in just one pill that relieve your allergy symptoms and decongest your nose so you can breathe better. My daddy always took 1 Claritin every day to keep the symptoms away, and I have adopted that same philosophy. Claritin D's fast symptom relief starts working on your allergies with nasal congestion in as little as 30 minutes. Can you imagine breathing? So much better. Ready to live life as if you don't have allergies? It's time to live Claritin Clear. Fast and powerful relief is just a quick trip away. Find Claritin D at the pharmacy counter. Ask for Claritin D at your local pharmacy counter. You don't even need a prescription. Go to Claritin.com right now for a discount so you can live Claritin Clear and you can use it as directed. There are people that we don't even know you have a business.
Right.
You don't even go on social media, and we don't want to overload the news feed, so we don't post. Y'all, there's a thing called algorithms. And I'm going to invite some of these women that are hustling. Yeah. They are not out in these streets caring about weighing down your news feeds. Right. One thing that I've discovered, y'all, if I don't promote me, if I ain't ready, then somebody else is out there. We got 8 billion people in this world that's going to do. There are 1 million people doing what you're doing, but there's room for everybody. And so you got to show up every day for you, and you got to make sure every time you're about to do a business deal or you're about to post something that you are posting with the understanding that this is going to stay online forever.
Right.
I gotta be a brand.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, we got some phenomenal realtors out here.
Yeah.
And some of them have time to answer your questions, return your phone call. I mean, if you
better make time.
Yeah.
Like if someone, y'all, when I tell you how imperative it is for you, if you are a realtor, that when someone is buying $1 million house from you, it's probably it could be their first purchase. You know that if it's their first $1 million purchase. And when that person walks in that house, you should be, you're getting a pretty penny off of it. You should be making sure that the experience that they experience from walking in that house is just like, I have arrived. Like I won the lotto in this. If you are a t-shirt company, putting little ribbons and notes in your product is going to set you apart. Even if you're working at Uber Eats.
Yeah.
Putting a little card on the meal at the door. Thank you for letting me deliver your food tonight. It's the little bitty extras that's going to set you apart. The Bible says, if you are faithful in the little,
right,
I will restore much with you.
You know.
I will give you more is what it says.
And for that mean you have to do the right thing first. Yes. But for business etiquette of people that I think that how to do business, I wouldn't care if I'm your car salesman that I live in the same neighborhood or I'm a realtor or loan officer. A lot of times we don't want to deal with someone say, I don't want that person in my business. Like, what do you mean? Do
you know what I remember about you? Yeah. You were talking about how, because you are a hustler.
Yeah.
You talked about how you went and started your detail company.
Yeah.
And you went and bought you a truck.
Yeah, I went and bought a van.
You were working at what? Amazon at the same time?
No. I was working at Publix warehouse. This is probably back in the mid, probably somewhere in the 90s. So, I'm a little younger now, but.
But you went and got a detailing truck and you would go to these people's houses. Tell them about that. Cause you would even let them pay you.
I started
later.
With no customers. I used my Sears credit card at the time. I went and bought the shop vac. That's my shop vac. I bought was a vacuum cleaner. I bought a water tank. I bought pressure wash to put all this stuff together that way, because I got to use my own water if I'm at certain sites and stuff. I may probably be at something like Aetna building with insurance people. So I knew that they couldn't afford to pay me every week, the people that was 9 to 5.
I love that.
So I said, well, just pay me next week. Yeah.
Oh my God. So, they would not do that now. There are people that would never do that.
Yeah. So they would pay me and stuff next week. So, and then I kind of ventured out a little bit more. I would spend money. I joined the Chamber of Commerce.
Come on.
I was like, wow, I'm sitting here with the who's
Come on.
in Jacksonville, Florida.
And yeah, I bet you carried yourself like you were
I'm in this
billionaire.
I walked in this room. I didn't know
what the suit. And
I didn't know what to expect. But I'm sitting in this room. I'm with shorts on with a work outfit, and they having, a big table of meeting, and they say,
"Oh, you didn't show up in a suit?"
No, I'm washing cars.
Ah.
I ain't put this suit on until I really start pushing some real stuff, because I had to get there. I was a blue collar worker.
Yeah,
that's all I knew. So after I got out of that meeting, everybody at the chamber said, we need our cars done. So the lady came up to me and she said, what do you do on a rainy day? How do you make money?
And what do you do?
Her name was Louise Davis. I'll never forget
Come on.
I said, Miss Louise, I don't know. She said, I got some real good friends that live in Ponte Vedra.
Come on.
And Ponte Vedra is one of the wealthiest areas in Florida. And she gave me all the connections from Outback Steakhouse, Reader's Digest, a lot of clients.
So if you went and showed up at that Chamber of Commerce.
Yeah. So I joined the Chamber of Commerce.
I bet you did.
And it was $500.
And it was a lot.
And I told her, I don't have $500. She said, do you have $250?
Come on.
She said, I'll pay the other $250.
Come on.
And I said, wow. I had more work when I left out of that meeting after being, and they put your name in this book, The Who's Who. So I had so much work just going there. Yeah.
So Chamber of Commerce is a great place to connect.
So we need to connect.
And LinkedIn.
Yeah. Connect in your community.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I love it because this man still got some of those people that he served in their houses. They got so trustworthy with this man that they would go out of the country with their $8 billion house and leave the house with him.
Yeah.
And your character.
Yeah.
It was like you got in the door and you stayed consistent. You didn't let anything go to your head and you still showed up. And therefore now you still have connections with these people.
Yes. And you got to have trustworthy people around you.
Oh my God, that's huge.
There's no way I could have just left there and brought people there, because I had to have someone I can trust, Like I say, I'm in a $10 million home.
Yeah.
Yeah, on the ocean. And all the items are there.
Yeah.
So I got to have someone that I can trust. So starting your business, you got to get someone you to trust. That partnership may not be the right partner if you can't trust them.
Man, that
is
heavy.
A lot of time we go in business with people and we don't even know nothing about that person.
They just come in the form of, they make you feel like they got everything.
Right.
I mean, those people that will come in your life and try to take over your world.
Yeah.
You know how many people, baby? I got millions of people that follow me.
Yeah.
And I've got these people that come in my life and try to change everything I do.
Right.
The way they would do it.
Right.
And they ain't got but 40,000 followers.
Right.
Or 14 or 10 or 4.
Right.
You got to be so sure that you carry the goods, that when somebody comes in your life that makes you start questioning.
Right.
They're trying to get you to side, go in the door, trying to, they ain't representing your name well.
Right.
You need to be able to cut them things. My daddy used to always say, hire slow, fire fast. And so he said it. There may be people in your life that you don't feel they ain't representing you well.
Yeah. Get some reference.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get some reference. Let's keep it. Let's keep it professional. If you had a resume, they're gonna call and check your reference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've learned how to do references instead of just listening to people. I've learned.
So I want to say, hey, get some reference. Let's keep doing business etiquette the right way. Let's keep supporting each other's business, and let's do it the right way. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
So basically, this whole episode has been be the brand.
Yeah.
Be the brand. Like, represent yourself proudly and keep showing up. Y'all, we are going to go to a break and we'll be right back. Give me 5. You bad to the bone,
Yes.
Mr. Angelo.
Yes.
So much fun. Y'all, it's fun whenever you are not taking yourself too seriously and you are believing in yourself because you are still here. You've made it. You ain't where you used to be. And so go get you a potty break, go get you some popcorn, call your friend, get her on this episode, and come back in just a second after this break with the Power Couple. Wow. We'll be right back.
Wow.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back. This has been really great.
It's been awesome.
It's been really great. I love that we are sharing stories, things that I fell in love with you for, your integrity, your good character. You do what you say.
Yeah.
Y'all, let me just tell you something. Let your word be your word. The Bible says, let your no be no and your yes be yes. And it also says a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. And so maybe, just maybe, you have lost yourself in a bad business deal. Maybe you don't trust yourself. Maybe you felt like you could trust somebody and they turned on you and they represented you bad and now they stole your idea. How would you handle somebody that stole your idea?
Man, I tell you, I think the idea is not, because everybody wake up with the same, go to sleep with this dream. And the thing is, I remember when I did start my detail business and I had people, this guy came up to me and asked me what I charge. And I had no idea that he lived 4 houses down from me. His son was starting the same business. But my price, my price, even in the 90s, what someone would pay today, because I had luxury customers. My customer owned their winter homes, $1 million log cabin home in Aspen. Mm-hmm. They was already flying.
You'd fly on their private jets with them.
Yeah, they had G5s already then. Mm-hmm. You know, they own dealerships and stuff. So someone can copycat every day off you.
Come on. But they ain't got your...
That's sauce. It's all in that sauce. And we got that
and the sauce is integrity.
We got this guy that's got that salt over there, and he got those restaurants, but nobody have that steak like that. So one thing about it, you can open up 5 churches, but do you have what it takes to minister to your people?
Yeah.
So that's one thing about it.
Because at the end of the day, truly, people only stay where they feel love and they feel experience. Everything's about experience.
Right.
And so we have been talking all this episode about my daddy. I started out with this. My daddy said, the greatest advertisement is...
It's you.
Other people.
It's you. Well, it's other people, but it's you. It's you.
It's you.
You got to sell yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to sell yourself. And you got to be your brand.
Yeah, you are.
Like, y'all see me. He dressing up over here like he's stepping at GQ. And I look over here like... I mean, y'all, this is mine. Like, I'm so proud because I make these outfits and I wear them proudly. And you wear my stuff too.
Yeah, I do. I wear it, but this is how I come talking business. And if you want to go into talking business with someone, don't go in there wearing a white T-shirt.
Oh my God, y'all.
And some tennis shoes. I mean, I know we're in a different dress, but when you come in there and want to do business, you got to come looking appropriate.
It matters to me. I'm telling you, it matters to me. Like, you cannot be coming and telling me that you bake cookies and you don't look like you wash your hair in forever. Like, you're a baker, or you cut hair and your hair is fried. I mean, you got to represent. Like, you got to, you know when you're confident because you wear it differently. And so I pray on this podcast that you will evaluate your brand. Evaluate your brand. I've had people in my life, I get every day people send me emails saying somebody stole your status. I could care less. I am not going to chase nobody around that's taking anything from me. Where I got one idea, I got 1 million. I'm not stunting it. I'm not sweating it. And there's some of you today that you need to let go of, man, they did this to me. Let go of, they did this to me.
Right.
And reinvent yourself. Reintroduce you to the world. It's never too late. It's absolutely never too late for you to get up and start your dream. That mama that you've thrown all your dream away, built raising kids, and now you don't even know how to find yourself, or you empty nesters that looking at each other across the table because you gave all your kids all your attention, y'all lost connection. Get it back. The Habakkuk 2 says, write the vision. Right. What?
You don't want me to start preaching.
Come on. What does it say?
They say, write it.
Write the vision.
Make it plain.
Yes. And God will open the windows of heaven. And don't you dare come off of that vision for nobody. Don't let nobody talk you out of it. God gave it to you. I love you.
Yes, love you too, baby.
And we are going to be back next week. Y'all, thank y'all for sharing this. Thank y'all for loving us. Thank y'all for putting up with this ooey gooey love. And one day, if you are desiring this, you're going to get it too, because it trickles right on down. And if God did it for us, He's going to do it for you. I love you. And we'll see you next week.
Yay Networks.